Hey everyone, and welcome to Wedding Week! In honor of me and my husband's vow renewal that is taking place later this week, I decided I wanted to upload 2 videos for you guys, all dealing with our wedding this time around. If you guys didn't know, me and my husband, we did get married last year, but because of COVID, we did have to postpone the wedding that we originally planned for, and the day for that has finally came. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be my DIY bouquet, but not just any regular bouquet. I decided, since I'm having a Disney themed wedding, I wanted to do a Mickey or Minnie head inspired bouquet. I made this all by myself and it was pretty simple to make. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. So if you would like to see how I made this DIY Minnie head bouquet, then just keep on watching. So first things first, I picked up these styrofoam balls from Hobby Lobby. I got one larger one and then 2 smaller ones that obviously act as the ears. So first things first, I worked on connecting these balls together, and to do that, I picked up this large nail set from Hobby Lobby. Obviously, we didn't need this many nails, and you could probably connect them in other ways as well. But this larger pack was all Hobby Lobby had at the time, so I decided to pick it up. And in my mind, I thought it would just be easier to stick a couple nails into the styrofoam balls and kind of connect them that way. I thought they were small enough and then obviously sturdy enough. So before putting the nails into the styrofoam balls, I kind of just laid them out to get an idea of where I wanted the ears to lie on the head. And then once I figured that out, I just stuck one end of the nail into one styrofoam ball, and then I could very gently pushed it on to the larger styrofoam ball. And to make it extra secure, I just went in with my glue gun and I just glued the crap out of each ear, and that actually worked pretty well. It was pretty sturdy. The next thing I ended up picking up from Hobby Lobby was this pack of dowels. Again, this was the smallest pack that they had. You really only need one for your bouquet, but at least I had extras in case I messed up. So one of these dowels I ended up putting at the very bottom of the bouquet, obviously to act as the handle. And so first things first, I kind of was just trying to like shove it into the styrofoam ball, make an opening. I also went in with my scissors just to kind of make it a little bit easier to make the hole a little bit deeper. And then as far as how big I wanted the stem to be, I kind of just eyeballed it. When I made the hole big enough, I just put the dowel in there without securing it, and I would kind of just held it in my hands, like what felt comfortable to me, and then I just marked it with a marker kind of where I wanted the excess dowel cut off. And then cutting off that excess, I had my husband's help. He ended up using like one of those electric saw thingies, which I have no idea how to use, so he ended up doing that for me. And then once I got the dowel cut to size, then I went in with my glue gun. I just glued around the dowel, and then of course in the hole where the dowel was gonna be, and placed it in there. And then once all of that was done, I did set this bouquet off for a little bit just to kind of let the glue settle, make sure it was super secure before we started putting all of the flowers in it. Now we come to the fun part, which is putting all of our floral items into the bouquet. Now, I won't talk through too much through this process because it's pretty, individualized and self-explanatory. You know, when you're making your own bouquet, you can put whatever kind of floral items you want, where you want, and it's pretty easy to do. There really isn't a science to it. Only extras that I did want to add to make it easier is definitely have some wire cutters nearby, because you don't want the stem of the flowers to be too long. You want them to be long enough to, you know, stick them into the styrofoam and make sure they're sturdy, but you don't need them really long. That would just lead to issues the more and more flowers that you're trying to add to your bouquet. And really what I did to kind of help this process is I kind of took one section at a time, and not only did I do that, I continuously kept flipping from the front side of my bouquet to the back side, because I did want them to sort of match in a way. They don't match perfectly, but I still wanted to make sure everything was in unison and it made sense. And so that's what I did when making my bouquet. It made things a lot easier. It took a little bit extra time, but it definitely made things a lot easier, and I love how it came out at the end. I did keep my glue gun on hand, but I actually didn't even need to use it. The floral items actually stuck really well into the styrofoam balls. I didn't have any of them fall out, but of course, if you do have that issue, just keep a glue gun on hand, glue those flowers down. If you're having some trouble sticking, and then you should have no problem. Oh, something else that I did is I didn't want my bouquet to be taken over by all of the leaves that were on a lot of these flowers. So I did end up just kind of sliding the leaves off of those. I did end up adding some leaves towards the end just to kind of add it some filler. But yeah, that's what I also ended up doing, and I think it turned out so beautiful. And where I got all of these floral items, I got a ton of them from Hobby Lobby and then Joann's. I apologize, I can't tell you like specifically where these are from. It's just been years almost since I bought these floral items, but you can really buy floral items anywhere at your local craft store. I would even recommend checking out like the dollar store or maybe even a thrift shop just to kind of help get some cheaper items. have all of the floral items in our bouquet. The only thing to do now is to finish off this stem. So what I ended up doing is I ended up wrapping some ribbon around the stem, obviously to just make it a little bit prettier and to go with our Cinderella light blue theme. So this particular ribbon, I believe I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I kind of just wrapped it around the dowel. First, I kind of just like loosely or very messily wrapped it just to kind of see how much ribbon that I needed to cut off. And then after I did that, I just went in with my hot glue gun, just kind of glued little sections of the dowel at a time and then just started wrapping the ribbon around it. The wrap is not perfect. I tried to do like an equally spaced apart like spiral of the ribbon. It definitely isn't perfect. I'm just not very good at that type of stuff, but either way, I still think it looks a lot prettier with the blue ribbon around it compared to just leaving it like a wooden stem, basically. And then once the ribbon was on there, I just went in with some scissors and I just cut off some excess glue that was at the very bottom of the dowel, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. And then once all of that was done, I left it for a good 24 hours just to kind of let everything dry, let everything set, and here is how it turned out. I am in love with this bouquet. I just love that you can see the shape of the Minnie or Mickey head. I was so worried when I was in the process of, you know, putting all of the flowers in that the shape of the bouquet was gonna kind of get lost, but you can totally see it, and I just love how it turned out. And yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you enjoy these type of videos, not only DIYs for weddings, but just DIYs in general, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love doing DIYs and crafty type videos. I definitely have an array here on my channel as well as a ton of other videos, so if that's right up your alley, I would really love if you would subscribe. And I'm gonna get going for now, but I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next wedding related video later this week. Thanks guys, bye!